Interest rates over 7%. What is going on? Lots of changes in the real estate market. Let's talk about it. Hello, hello. Well, it is the end of September. Interest rates hit over 7% this week. What does that mean for the real estate market? So first of all, we hit over 7% earlier this week. Currently, we're running about 6.8%. So we've come off that peak a little bit, but certainly has caused a lot of buyers and sellers to question what is going on in the market. So wanted to just update you on a few things. What does that mean, big picture for you, whether you're a buyer or a seller? So the first question let's talk about is, are buyers still buying and are sellers still selling? The answer to both is yes. Every day there are real estate transactions being put together in our area. Okay, so I went back and looked at the weekly numbers going back for the last 15 weeks. And in King County, we've been running about 450 pending sales a week, right? So there's 450 sellers that are accomplishing their goal of getting their home sold, and 450 buyers that are accomplishing their goal of getting a new home for themselves, right? And in Pierce County, that number is about 250, and that's been a pretty steady number going back all the way into June. So good news is homes are still selling. Everybody take a deep breath. We get a little worked up when we see these rates hitting 7%. What does that mean? I'm never gonna be able to buy a home. There are options, right? So let's talk about the buyers that are buying. So who are they, right? So the buyers that we're seeing that are out there making offers on our listings, that we're out there showing homes, they have a good reason to be buying, right? So what we're seeing is there's not very much what I call discretionary buying happening, right? So somebody, lives in a 1,500 square foot house and they want to stay in the same neighborhood, but they want like 2,200 square feet and a bigger yard. Not very much of that is happening, right? So right now it's people that are maybe relocating here, right? We still have one of the strongest job markets in the country here in the Puget Sound region. So buyers that are relocating here, buyers that have recently got married, right? Created new households, right? There's a need for them to be buying, right? Just not the discretionary. What about the other buyers we're working with too they have physical needs, right? So like maybe they're in a house with 2 stories, they're aging. Hey, it's just not working for them to be in 2 stories anymore. So move into a 1-level home. So there's still buyers that are out there buying homes, right? So don't get freaked out. Sellers. So are sellers still selling? Yes, right? But some are deciding to wait. Okay, so if we look at in King County, we're running about, say 500 or so, 500 to 600 new listings every week. Okay, so homes are coming on the market, sellers are out there. As a result, our inventory level has climbed, right? Remember some of these videos I was shooting earlier this spring, we were running about a 2-week supply of homes, right? Remember, a balanced market is a 4 to 6 month supply. We're running a 2-week supply of homes. Right now, we're running about a 2-month supply of homes, right? So still a short supply in the big picture. A balanced market, 4 to 6 months, we're only running 2 months, right? And our inventory levels are starting to drop. It seems like they've peaked like that last week of July, first week of August, if you're looking at King or Pierce County, but the inventory levels have been kind of steadily declining after that. So inventory levels are starting to shrink a little bit. So that's a little update there. If you're not in the market yet and you're thinking about it, right? So some things to think about. If you're a seller, let's talk, right? Does it make sense for you to get the property on the market now or wait until after the first of the year, right? We can talk through the pros and cons of that. If you're a buyer has opportunities now that you guys haven't had in years, right? Negotiation ability, right? Now, instead of how much over the list price do I have to offer, you're saying, okay, well, I'd like to have a home inspection and maybe I'd like to have some closing costs paid, right? There's some options for you as buyers. So it's a great thing. The downside for buyers is obviously the rates, right? So what does your payment look like with today's rates? Remember, right, the rate is not forever, right? You might be able to, if rates come back down, there's certainly some economists and mortgage folks that are predicting that rates will be back into the 5s by sometime next year, right? Refinance out of your high 6 into a low 5, big savings on your monthly payments. There's some options there. So don't think that just because the rates are high, you can't buy. There's also things called a 2-1 buy down, right? So if you're a buyer, you can have the seller give a credit to you, right, to use to buy down your interest rate, whether it be a permanent buy down, which is more expensive, or a temporary buy down. A temporary buy down, there's a product called a 2-1 buy down, right? So say instead of having a 6.8 the first year, or 6.8, you have a 4.8 the first year, a 5.8 the second year, and then a 6.8 from there on, right? So that's called a 2-1 buy down, a great tool, right? There's other adjustable rate mortgage options that are available, maybe like a 7-year adjustable rate mortgage. So it's fixed for 7 years, right? So you just need to plan on most likely refinancing within the next 7 years. So there's options, right? Talk to us about how we can help you accomplish your housing goals, depending upon what your needs are. So we're always here to help and serve you guys however we can. Also, make sure to check out our YouTube channel. That'll be linked below. We've been trying to put some content on there, some frequently asked questions about the real estate market or the buying and selling process. So go check those out. Have a great fall, and we'll see you soon.